before we proceed further, there's one improvement which we can do to our module. Currently, when you mistype the name of a joint, you can't really tell that anything is wrong, except that the solving isn't correct. But you would like to be sure that the name of the joints are correct, and the error which you see, it is somewhere else and not just misspelling. And in a case when you like this, you can be like, so is it orientation issue or something else? And you wouldn't know that there's no indication for you anywhere here telling you that you misspelled the joint. Okay, and we can solve it in the VOB, and let me show you how we can do it. We're gonna create our own version of getTransform node. So we'll allow editing content. We go back there and we'll dive in here, and you will just go and select one of the nodes which we've been using, and we enclose it to the subnetwork. Cool. And we'll just dive in inside, click somewhere in the middle, Shift L to organize the network, and F to just zoom in. Cool. We want to have all the outputs visible, and let's organize that it should be, so the out file will be as it is, and the local transform effect, and cool. So that's our outputs. Cool. Now, what's happening, if you specify the name in the wrong way, you getting the point number -1. So we can check that for an error, okay? So let's say we can do compare here, and if the point number equals -1, we will basically report an error. And report an error, and we'll just can type for now wrong joint, for example, right? That's it basically. So now if we go up and actually we need to create a digital asset from it, that will be helpful. We'll call it tutorial get point transform save and version. And just save it, job HDA, and like tutorial, and we'll save it here. Cool. And accept. Nice. Let's just ignore this one. Just bring it a little bit smaller. Let's just dive in there. And one thing which we want to promote straight away is it's basically the point name and the signature, sorry, the file. So we'll do the file and the point name, and in order to get rid of that error, we'll uncheck forbid linking from outside the subnet, and the point name here, and we'll hit apply, yes, accept, yes, and yes, we can check the root. And oh, actually that's wrong, because it has the previous connection. So delete channels. So we'll go once again, and we can just have copy parameter, paste relative reference, go up, copy parameter, paste relative reference. Okay, that's a root join. That's perfect. So, and that will call it let's get transform. So now it actually works pretty well. We can just also change the color of it to green and just call it root as it was. And now if we misspell something, right, and you just save no type, so you're sure. If we go up, now on your rig attribute VOP, you see there is a node info here, and there's warning Bex error wrong joint. So that's some sort of way to informing your, whoever, rigger or user is using those modules. There's a way to kind of have some like a validation of the inputs and etc., which can be very important. But wrong joint isn't really self-explanatory name. Let me show you. We can even make it a little bit better. Actually, dive back once again. Let's dive inside, and we would like to display the name of a joint which is missing. So we need to get that name of a joint, so we'll create a constant string here. That will be a joint. That's all right. Type here joint name, and we'll just have a string. Cool. And here we're gonna type in an expression, HS. Actually, just to maybe make it more visual for you, we're gonna go up. Oh, this is the naming is wrong. So the type properties, that's a file, and this one we're gonna call not the root joint, but just let's call it joint underscore name, and here we'll just call it joint name. Okay, and apply. Okay, accept. Cool. So we'll like copy parameter, go inside, and here we just paste relative reference, and yes, that's perfect. So that's gonna return us the name of the joint, which is basically typed over there, and you can see it here on the bottom, that you can see it's a L up like GNT. We're gonna plug it as next, and now that values here can be displayed. So we can type here joint percentage sign will go and pick up the first value, another percentage sign will pick up the next value, and etc. So we're gonna joint doesn't exist. Cool. And that's it. That's gonna be our error reporting. And let's save no type, and let's just type a something like that. And if we go up, yeah, the joint L up like a doesn't exist. Pretty cool. So now if somebody is using that node, it can basically know straight away that, oh, actually that's wrong here. That shouldn't be connection like that. It should be L up like. Cool. Yeah, and let's fix that so it will be proper. Cool. So what we're gonna do now, we basically, I'm just gonna speed up the video, but I'm just gonna go and replace all of these guys with our new save get transform node. Cool. And just don't forget that if you go up, just to click copy parameter reference, and just to, paste relative reference, so we getting this input here, right? This is not hard coded here. So to rename all of those nodes, I like to just rename them first. So I'm just gonna Alt W on your keyboard, and we will just find in a selected, and we're just gonna rename it. So we're gonna add the suffix at the end, old, rename. I just like to just keep it so I know where I'm at the right moment. Okay, and don't forget to switch for IK to the second input. Okay, so now we have a nice module for our IK. Okay, and we save the node and match the current definition. Cool. The next thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna create the module for single bones, and that's gonna be used for like our toe and toe end. Okay,